Hey, Apostles family. So today's Thursday, April 30th, and yesterday on Wednesday, we did a day of prayer and fasting. And if you participated in that, I wonder if you could just take note of what happened that day, just in your own experience. What happened? Where did you feel the neediest? Where did you experience God showing up? What was prayer like? Whether you participated in one of our prayer gatherings or maybe you were praying alone, what was prayer like? What was surprising? What was disappointing? What did you expect but didn't happen? What happened that you didn't expect? Bring these reflections to God. Allow Him to both hear your disappointments and to hear your surprises, to hear even maybe your complaints. I wanted this to happen, Lord. I wanted this to change, and it didn't. And bring your praises. Lord, I did not expect this to happen, and you showed up and you answered my prayers. Let's tell our stories. Bring your reflections to God, but also tell one another. Maybe shoot an email to one of the elders. Shoot an email to me. Tell the story of what happened. This won't be the last time we do it. The first time you did it, maybe you did it yesterday and it felt like a wilderness. It felt miserable, simply miserable. And that's what oftentimes it feels like. We are creating a wilderness on our own terms. But the next time, there might be a surprise. Where God, who's just known for preparing tables in the wilderness, showing up and bringing water out of rocks or having food fall from the heavens. What will God do in our fasting, our spiritual disciplines of prayer and fasting and solitude and these things that we've been talking about? They are like a muscle. It's not like you can run a marathon on the first time you run. It's not like you can experience all the benefits and joys of the spiritual disciplines the first time you engage with them. So we're going to do it again and maybe again and again and again and try to build our muscles so that in some ways we're like opening our mouth wide so that God can fill it with His goodness. And so we're going to be doing it again. So be prayerful, be sharing what God has done already, and be anticipating what God has did in this past week during our prayer and fasting. The other thing is that maybe you participated in one of our prayer gatherings. Maybe it was in the morning, maybe it was at lunch, during your fasting, and you haven't normally been participating in those. I want to encourage you to maybe make time for that, to maybe make time for about 15 or 20 minutes of your day to stop at midday and participate in prayer. Some of us were not able to, just season of life. Maybe we have kids that don't allow us, or kids in schooling, or maybe your job has meetings during that time, and that's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about that. But if you have the space or capacity to do it, I want to encourage you. This would be a really important season as we're anticipating what God will do on the other side of this pandemic. This would be a really important season for us to be a community of prayer, especially if you're a leader, to be pressing in ways and avenues of praying together as a church. Okay, friends, I'll see you on Sunday.